Howdy, folks. Today we'll talk about TRE, another tool for your mental health toolbox. First, we'll discuss a couple of posts about this book, Trauma Releasing Exercises by Dr. David Bercelli. Then we'll talk about my experience with TRE. Leaders and all who are curious about PTSD. This book breaks it down simply and presents the disease in non-clinical language. I suggest that an afternoon's read would give you much food for thought and assist in talking to your folks about mental health and suicide. The point of the book is the exercises, but the lead up is of good value. I hope to have time or space to try the exercises this weekend. And then a second post. I tried the TRE exercises today. One of the coolest and weirdest things I've ever experienced. I'd recommend them. Definitely talk to your therapist about them. They can be a powerful experience. So I'll put a link in the description to Dr. Bercelli's website, traumaprevention.com. The paraphrased story about TRE from memory is that Dr. Bercelli, in his travels and his work, noticed animals that would go through a traumatic experience and survive would shake it off, would go through an uncontrollable tremor, and then run or hop away like nothing happened to them. And he noticed a similar kind of shaking and tremor in non-Western cultures. And from that and his research into it, he developed TRE. The metaphor that I've heard used by TRE providers is that you are thawing out old trauma that's frozen in your body. So if you thaw out beyond your capacity, you can experience a flood, maybe re-traumatize. I have experienced that. So start with a trickle or a stream and build your capacity as you go to handle more release. TRE providers are very helpful in establishing proper dosage. I am not a TRE provider, just a practitioner. This is what it can look like. It does take some time to develop the skills associated with a metered release. I have developed my tremor so that I can enter into it without the exercises normally associated, which is very convenient. TRE can be done alone, but it is better if you have the support of a provider or at least family. I use both, a provider and a family member, my wife around. It works best for me. One signature thing is that you might laugh or even cry during tremoring. I've experienced both. The feeling can be strange, but overall it's positive. You can experience powerful emotions during a really strong tremor. Sometimes that leads to flooding, sometimes it can be managed. I currently go slow and low for short duration in my tremor sessions. Call it microdosing. I'm looking for the most benefit for the least risk, getting some value out of it. I allow time between my sessions for integration, and it helps a lot. TRE does benefit me. It works. It's good for the healing process. I don't know that I can enumerate like, hey, it fixed this specific trauma, but overall it helps my mood and my behavior. Like all therapies, it is a process. It's not a magic pill or a magic button. We know about that. Might take a chance, folks. Might look into it. Maybe find a provider. Check out the website, Dr. Bercelli. Again, that's down in the description. Online sessions are very easy to do. That's what I do with my provider. Hey, maybe invest in another tool for your mental health toolbox. Remember, hope is a choice.